The SMS report enables us to develop an understanding of where the demands are and where the supply is for different kinds of financing, for different kinds of enterprises across Africa and Southeast Asia. We can't develop policy and tools without understanding really where the pain points lie and where the demand is for this kind of financing for these companies. We'd like to use the State of the Sector report to highlight to policymakers the huge gap that exists between the demand for and the supply of financing for agricultural SMEs in inclusive value chains in Africa and Asia. Some very clear differences between sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia, particularly in the kind of finance that's being offered. In sub-Saharan Africa, we have lots more in the way of impact investors, whereas in Southeast Asia, we have well-established government-led agri-finance banks that provide funding into these agricultural SMEs. One of the big challenges with agri-finance is trying to find businesses to invest in. Many of these businesses are small. They may not have formal records, and they are a challenge for formal financial institutions to invest in. So one of the big objectives of this report is to crystallize thinking around continuing to fill the pipeline with those investable SMEs. So that means providing grant-based funding for early stage SMEs, providing business development services and other technical capacity building to get those businesses in a position where they can be invested. I mean, I think one of the things we have to recognize, and the report is clear on this, is there are a cohort of high-performing, high-growth SMEs right at the very top of the market, for which much more commercial costed capital is probably going to be appropriate. But there's a very big cohort of companies at the other end of the market, which are small and will never scale. And these organizations will always be unreachable for traditional financial operators. And so I think we need to focus on not just those parts of the market at the top end, but down to those businesses that do have the potential to scale and wish to scale, but simply can't find the financing to be able to do so. Different lenders tend to keep information in their own silos, either for confidentiality reasons or for business development purposes. What we need to see is people sharing more information, so we have more transparency and people understand that a single source of where information is available and the kind of information that is needed. So if we can get people to share more information together, we can have a clearer, common understanding of where the challenges lies, and everybody can work in the same direction. One of the big new streams of finance that's becoming available for this sector is around climate finance. Agriculture is one of the biggest contributors to global gas generation and has a clear role in both mitigation and adaptation. And as such, it's going to be increasingly attractive for that climate finance. However, one of the things we're missing in this sector is the infrastructure to be able to absorb that money. We don't have the kind of financial tools, and we don't have the investment opportunities to be able to draw down on those resources. And so these are key areas that we need to focus on in the future. If you're working in providing concessional finance, the State of the Sector report provides for you a greater granularity of the kind of businesses that exist out there. And this will help you to structure your deal-seeking services, so ways in which you go to look for different kinds of enterprises to invest in.